since his time began. Wrong side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your AirPods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side.
Okay, it should be working now. Is it working now? Sorry, Raven. I see you're trying to call me. It didn't go through, but it should be working now. Damn thing. It shuts it. The computer does it automatically. So it should be sound. And oh my God. Hello, everybody. So I don't have to go through the list again. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. So, yeah, the sound should be working now. Hello, Miss Carla. So I can't hear you, Laura. I hope you guys can hear me now, right? Can you hear me now? I don't know why it does that. It automatically does that. When I switch certain things, it oh. Okay, it's all right, we're ready to rock and roll now. All right. And, hey, Wayne, how's it going? Let's see who I missed. Like I said hello to everybody. You guys missed it all. Doesn't that stink? Yeah, and Wiz says, okay, yeah, we can hear you now. Good. Seeing that he's going to be on the show, we got to let him know that we can hear everything. Okay, now, lurky turkey, that's okay, Cat. Lurk away and enjoy. And Mark is here. How's it going, Mark? I'm sorry I missed your live. You always seem to go live when I lay down to get a nap in, and I miss it. Well, holy shit, shut me in it. There's Jeff. How's it going, Jeff? Good to see you in here. And there's Bill. Bill the man. Bill, you there? Or are you outside? I was lurking in your yard, Bill. You just didn't know it. Loud and clear. Fabulous, fabulous. I didn't post it yet, guys, but I did make mention of it early this morning that I did get. And thanks for trying to call me, Raven. I appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly, just to let me know that, yeah, shit's not working. So I just wanted to show you the box that come in the mail so you guys could get an idea of what we're dealing with here. There it is. The Flying Dutchman, the new project. Look how skinny this box is. You say, how could a ship fit in such a small box? Wait till you see all these little pieces. I'm insane. That's all I got to say. I'm insane. Sir Wayne, hello. Okay, guys, we have been waiting a long time for this, and I finally got together with Wizz and asked him to be on the show. So please help me welcoming the Wizard of Music, Sir Wizdome. There he is.
Somewhere here.
There he is. How are you, sir?
Not too bad.
Good. So, I know everybody's been bitching about the weather. So you survive in the weather?
The weather is like really nice here.
Okay.
I almost feel like I'm in Hawaii. I feel bad because you guys are getting our rain and it's turning into freaking snow because it's going over Canada.
Yep. Yeah, and it's just never ending, and it's cold. So tired of being cold. So 2 more months.
It's drying up here now, so it may dry up for a few days, but then it's supposed to start raining again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be halfway decent as far as no snow, but then Friday we're supposed to get some. So we just have to suck it up. It's that time of year, but that's, it's just you're tired, especially when it's like every day, and then the freezing weather comes in where you half froze. Bill says, I can't see your face, Wiz. It's there.
That was the point, Bill.
The man behind the mask. Actually, I should have had Bill join us because then he'd have probably some really good questions to ask you. Seeing that he does the same thing that you do. You guys create with that Suno and all of that. So we're going to get into all of that. But first, we want to know a little bit about the man behind the mask. Who's Wiz?
Well, I'm just me.
Just me.
This guy right here.
There he is. See, the man behind the mask. Hey, Michael. Hey, Mystic. How's it going? So, what made you get into doing this kind of creation? Do you have a musical background, or is it just something you?
Back in the 80s, I used to be a rapper. I was I was rapping probably about the same time Eminem got his start, and everybody used to call me Vanilla Ice before he came out, and they started calling me Eminem after he came out.
So there,
frustrating.
And they made it, and you're still just creating at home.
I saw the kind of lifestyles that they were getting involved in, and I didn't want any part of it, to be honest. I'd rather be an independent artist and have control of my own life.
So yeah, I don't blame you, because it's fame is not what it's all cracked up to be. How's it going, Steve? Welcome. You see what they go through. Some of them eat it right up, and then others it's just they're thinking, what the hell did I get myself into? You get wrapped up in all of that. What I'd like to know is what made you get into the paranormal community?
I had an experience when I was way younger, and Jason Hawes was like one of my first things that brought back that memory, because I had blocked that memory out for so long until I saw the Ghost Hunters TV show on TV, and I just started following that religiously because I wanted proof that what I had experienced actually happened. And I've looked into it. Nobody's researched or done any ghost investigations on the place I had the experience. It's actually been torn down, and it's still a ghost town though, but a lot of the original buildings have been torn down.
And would you share that experience with us, or is it too personal?
No, it's not too personal. It's just it was really strange, and it's one of those things that I'll never forget. It's like I can look on it, and it's like it happened yesterday in my mind. It just that strong of a memory. It was I want to say I was in second grade, and my best friend at the time, we lived in a place called Hartville, Wyoming, and me and my friend decided we were going to hike up and see the abandoned copper mine that was just up the way, which is right outside of an abandoned town called Sunrise. And we got up there, and the whole place was just fenced over. There was no way to get into the mine or explore it or anything. So we turned our direction into the town to see what was left over in the town. And when we got into the town, all the houses are boarded up, like they board houses up in Florida when the hurricanes come.
Right.
They're all boarded up like that. And the first one that we came to, we started around to the backyard. When we got to the corner of the house, there was just toys everywhere, like piles and piles of toys, like almost modern looking toys for the time. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And in the back of the house, going into the basement, was a window that was broken out of. So somebody had broken out of the house from inside. And we really didn't think anything about it at the time. But when I think back to it, that seems kind of strange, because everything's boarded up from the inside. How did somebody get in and get back out like that? So when I was there, my friend dared me to go inside and see what else was inside. And I was the brave one, and I'm like, okay, fine. So I crawled in the window, and you could see a little bit of light coming down the stairs, kind of in the middle of the room. It's dark and cold in there. And as I'm walking towards the stairs, I thought I saw a shadow move out of the corner of my eye down towards like this wash basin area. Those old plastic wash basins you used to wash clothes and stuff in.
Right.
And I didn't think nothing of it. And I almost stepped on a Hot Wheels car that was on the floor. And I reached down, picked it up, and I moved over and sat down on the front stair and looked up at my friend looking down out of the window. And I was like, do you see something down there? and he was looking around on the inside. He's like, no, dude, but it looks creepy as hell. And freaking at that point, I put the little car down on the cement floor and I pushed it. And it went like maybe about 2-3 tracks, did a 180 turn and came straight back to me. I jumped up, went straight up them stairs and kept running. I couldn't find an exit. I ran up to the second floor. I ran into the bathroom, and as I ran into the bathroom, there's no window in the bathroom. I'm like, oh shit. There's an opening into the master bedroom, but the windows are boarded up. I can see it. They're boarded up from the outside.
Right.
And I'm like, crap. And I turn around to go back the way I came, and all of a sudden the door slammed right in my face. I did a 180 turn right into the master bedroom, out the master bedroom entrance through the hallway, and then back down the stairs, kept running, straight down to the bottom stairs. My friend's outside screaming the whole time, get out, get out of there. I'm like, holy shit. Freaking, I get to the window and he's standing there with his arm held up. I grab his arm, he helps me get out the window real fast. We just booked it all the way home nonstop.
Oops, sorry about that. Was that your only experience with the paranormal, or?
Oh no, I've had a few, but I mean it's like not something that happened like a lot, you know. I mean, when I was in that area, I had a couple of other weird things happen. Well, one that was definitely freaking paranormal because it's the reason why I don't mess with Ouija boards. My friend, the same one, he had a Ouija board, and I didn't know what a Ouija board was. I thought it was just a game, right? Because it comes in a Milton Bradley box, you know? It's like a board game. So we take it over to this old abandoned courthouse, you know, and we're up in there, and there's tables and chairs and stuff still left over in there. So we set the board up on the table, and he gets the planchette set up. And then all of a sudden, the table flips over and the board goes flying across the room. My friend ran straight out the door, and freaking I followed right after him. And as we're going out to our bikes, which were like out by the street, parked off the side of the street, 2 chairs come flying out the door at us. And we just sat there staring at the building. And the only thing he could think of is, I got to get my game back.
I pay for that shit. I need it back. Hey, Michael.
No, he was worried about getting his butt whooped for being missing at home.
Oh, okay. I get it. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Welcome in. Actually, Joe, I'm going to be sending you a message later. Somebody asked me to give you a recommendation. So, yeah, it would have been me too. Oh, I got to get it back. I'll get in trouble because if I don't bring it back. So, Mark says, I always say it's not the board, it's the intention.
I went back in there and freaking I picked up the board. Nothing else happened, but
excuse me.
There's a board in the box and everything. I started wandering around the freaking building a little bit. Like, is there somebody else in here? I'm like, you know, because I was like, what the hell is this? You know, is something following me? It was just really strange. And then like, I don't know how long after that, I had this stray dog come out of the hills. It was a wolf shepherd hybrid, and I think it used to actually live amongst the wolves in the area. And one day it came down to me. I was on the playground by myself swinging in the swings, and I saw it coming down, and it scared the crap out of me. I ran up to the top of the slide, like, okay, it can't get me up here. A damn dog came up. He came over to the ladder of the slide and started climbing up the slide.
Oh, God.
So I went down. I ran down the slide, down to the bottom, and it's like kind of amazed that this dog is climbing up this ladder, right? It gets up to the top. It comes down the slide. So I run back around the slide and go back up, right? So the dog did the exact same thing. And except for this time when I came down, I'm like, okay, I've got to get out of here. I'm worried about this dog. is a pretty big dog, and I'm just a little kid, you know, second grade.
Right.
And there's this tree that overhangs a ditch. It's like it had fallen down, but not all the way. And there's a creek that goes up underneath it. So I'm like, okay, I can run across this tree and jump down to the other side, and the dog won't be able to get me over there. So I run up this tree, and the dog follows me up the tree and gets stuck in the tree. And I'm like, oh. So I go back and I get behind the dog, and I slowly back the dog up down off of the tree. So I'm thinking, you know, wouldn't this be funny if I called the fire department to rescue a dog out of a tree?
Yeah, because it's really not common. Well, not back then anyway. Now dogs get all over the place. Welcome in, Tom. Hey, Ace, how's it going?
But a long time later, after I'm out of school and stuff, I had another experience where I was in this new place. I didn't know anybody there. It was in Louisiana, and I'm laying there in bed, home alone, and all of a sudden the bedroom door opens up, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? So I said, hey, can you close that when you're done? Just being a smart ass, right? And then all of a sudden the door closed again, and I'm like, oh, that was freaking weird. So I didn't have any other experiences there, but when I got back to Colorado sometime later, quite a few years later actually, I was at this apartment that somebody moved into, and I was in the bathroom alone, and I was in the sink washing my face, and I was about to brush my teeth, and all of a sudden the light switch clicked off. Like all by itself, click. So I went over and I clicked the light switch back on, and it came back on. And then I went back over to the mirror, and then it clicked back off again. And the people who lived there, they claimed to be witches and Wiccans and stuff like that. And they were claiming that they were seeing some little boy there. And I was like, I don't really see anything, but, you know, I thought it was weird.
It's amazing what how everybody's story is different, and the stuff that they go through. Thank you so much, Sage. I really appreciate your support. You are a doll. So now we're going to get into the music part of who Wizdome is. What is this your main job, creating, or is it just a hobby, or, you know, how did you get into doing what you're doing now?
No, I actually, I don't exactly remember. I was just trying to figure out something to do on YouTube, and I was experimenting with GhostTube apps at the time, and I was making a collection of the GhostTube seer images, and then I was making my own music to put behind the images. And after doing that for like a few months, I started to get pop-ups on my feed of these AI music generators. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I did a couple, and then Beardo had asked me if I'd do a song for him, which turned out to be his Roar song. I still love that song. And that was in the early days of Suno, when Suno was really not that great.
Right.
You had to be a really good prompter to get something good out of Suno back then.
Welcome in, William. So,
But
go ahead.
yeah, I started that, and then I did a song for Crow Judas, the Moist song. And he had shouted me out. So then I was like, I felt kind of compelled to keep going. Plus, I was enjoying making the music. So I kept experimenting with more AIs and was like, okay, I'm determined to learn this editing better and all this other stuff, considering it's also useful in debunking, knowing what kind of stuff you can do with the editors and seeing those kind of things in the the paranormal claims out there, and you see these weird cuts or seemingly edited things that just are weird artifacts in the screen. You notice these things a lot more once you've worked with the editing software for so long.
Right.
So I was kind of in the boat where, because I had met Beardo when I first got into the paranormal community, and the thing that drew me into Beardo wasn't his debunking, it wasn't his humor, it was the sound qualities of his content.
Oh, okay.
I'd watched a bunch of other content at the time, and Beardo had like the best sound quality. And I went into one of his live streams one day, and his sound quality was equally as good. And I was like, "Yo, this is a channel I can get behind." And I'd been watching his stuff ever since. And,
Isn't it amazing?
trying to help up the rest of the paranormal community, do little songs for them, try to promote their channels.
Well, everybody
help those
appreciates
out.
it too. It's amazing. Welcome in. Let's see who else has joined us here. Miss Carlos popped in, and Tina. That's okay. Lurk, wait, Anita. Welcome. Guys, and remember, ask any question that you want. I'm sure Wiz will answer them to the best of his ability. So, do you only play, or I should say, even play? You only create rap style music, or do you pick other genres? I mean, do you have a love for all, or you just have that one?
No, I
style?
love all music. Well, all music that's good, I should say. There's some music that I'm like, that's not something I'd really listen to again. I don't like the screaming, totally just like somebody standing in front of you trying to belittle you over a freaking scream.
Right.
I don't enjoy that kind of stuff that much. But I find some of the screamo is decent if it's understandable. If you can understand the words, the clarity is there. Otherwise, it's just mumble.
Oh, so yeah, like
But
the death metal, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, some of that's okay as long as it's articulated, and that comes in with some good prompting too, because you can get some really articulate voices if you craft them correctly.
Right.
But yeah, I got into all sorts. I did a lot of metal. It seemed like a lot of people in the paranormal community enjoyed the metal, and the electric guitar, and I've really loved the electric guitar, and Suno is really good with it. Get some really good ideas out of that. But I do write a lot of my stuff in a rap style, and then I'll alter it from there to fit into a rock or trap type style. I've been doing a lot of trap stuff. Like, I'm trying to mix the rap style of my music into the new image that I'm working into to create a hybrid sound, so to speak.
Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Do you play any kind of instruments yourself?
I play keyboard by ear, and that's kind of helpful. And it's getting to be really helpful for stuff. I'm working on a song right now using a sample that I recreated of the Song of Time from the Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
And I've figured out the ocarina pattern perfectly. It's not exactly the same, but it's enough that it's relatable, but it's my own rendition of it. And it's got a vocal that goes to it as well that has absolutely nothing to do with it.
Right.
But it should be fun if I can get it to work right. Right now I'm having problems getting the vocals in the chorus to sync with the ocarina. They're supposed to. They're written that way. They harmonize that way, but Suno just doesn't sing it that way. It's like either one or the other, buddy, but not both. I'm like, come on.
Now, is that the only program that you use when you're creating your music?
I try other stuff. For a while I was using Refusion, and then Refusion went into the monetization thing, where it's like, okay, you've got to pay us for studio, or you can use our stuff, but if you're wanting to get paid to use the stuff you create in our service, you're gonna have to pay us. And they didn't accept PayPal, and I just didn't like that because PayPal is pretty much the only banking I really do. So I'm like, eh.
Right.
I might end up going back to it one of these times, but I every once in a while I'll pop in there and run one of my generations and compare it to what I'm doing in Suno. And I just think Suno's got the better quality. I recently tested a local AI model off my PC that can generate music. It's a big hassle. You have to write a text script with the lyrics in it. Then you have to do a text script with the style in it. And the style is limited to only the sort of styles that they trained their model on.
Oh, okay.
And the output is okay, but it's really still feels early stages.
So that's what I was going to ask you, is pretty much if you could explain the process. How do you start to create something on one of these programs?
Basically, it's I'll go in there and then I'll just try to clear my mind, and then I'll think about, okay, what sounds like a good song right now, and I'll come up with a topic. I'll run a short story in my head, and then I'll just start writing the lyrics out. Usually I'll try to come up with a chorus in my head first and then run around it, but sometimes I'll just start writing, and it's this weird uncanny thing that I've had the ability to do. I'll start writing something and the words would just come out. I don't have to think about them. They just come out, the rhymes come out, the storyline, and it all evolves as I go. I can't explain it myself. It's just something I've been capable of doing. Ever since I was younger, I wrote stories when I was in school. One of my teachers wanted to publish one of my stories. I wonder if they really did.
Oh,
I don't know. It's been so long ago, I'd lost that. I kind of remember the story. It was about some kids traveling to Mars.
oh, pretty cool. So what inspires you? I mean, what is your muse?
Uh, it varies. Crow has been a very big muse for me. I mean, I'll go in his
I can see
streams
that.
and he'll say something that just cracks me the hell up, and I'm like, yeah, I've got to write a song about this. This is funny stuff. And Phil has also been a very big inspiration too. Freaking, he's also one of the ones who inspire me. He's got some great ideas. But yeah, I'll pull it from anywhere. Bill has been a good inspiration with his guitar riffs. He'll play something and be like, oh, hey, this would sound really good if I, give me an idea for a new song. And then I'll run with it. But I think a lot of the time it's inspiration just comes wherever you find it at. Comes when you're not really looking for it. You just put yourself out there and it'll find you.
Well, that's true. It's very true. Rob says, question, has Matt Damon ever visited you either in human or spirit form?
I've never seen Matt Damon, but I swear Matt Damon is likely real, because I swear some of the shit that happens around me, I can't explain it any other way except for Murphy is freaking trying to hunt me down and freaking ruin my life. Just like that first song that I did. I hate Mondays.
Yeah, nobody's a fan of Mondays. Hey, hello, Nick. Good to see you.
I've had stuff like my computer shut off for no reason while I'm in the middle of a live stream. Sound outages. Before I got this microphone, I had a couple issues with sound. After I got this microphone sent to me, freaking I started having a few weird things happen. Like all of a sudden these particular earbuds right here, they're skull candy, and I swear these are the only ones that I have a problem with. They'll cut off because I don't know what it is, but it's like something's interfering with Bluetooth, and
Oh,
it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it with my other headset, so it might just be that these are crappy earbuds. But I just ordered me another pair of the other ones that work.
right.
But
Jeff's got a question for you. He says, "Can you
okay.
can you integrate live recordings into these AI music programs?"
Yes, and that is what I've been working on a lot lately. With I'll take stuff from my DAW, which is Fruity Loops Studio or FL Studio, and I'll save it as an MP3. Then I can upload it into Suno, and then from there, Suno will create a song. I can write the lyrics or copy the lyrics that it thinks that were in the song, if there are any lyrics, which there usually aren't. I don't add lyrics to my music before I put it over there because I don't like the way I sound over the microphone. I probably need a better microphone, like a studio mic or something, that
Right.
I'm actually comfortable with the way my vocals sound. But
Yeah,
I still feel like I sound like I'm inside of a cargo crate.
I think we all have an issue with the way we sound, and we just don't. Everybody else will love it, but you're thinking, yeah, because I think I sound like crap, but everybody goes, no, no. So I don't know. You're hearing something different than I'm hearing. Ryan wants to know: have you ever been to a well-known haunted location?
No, never. I've seen some of them, but never in person. I watch them all the time on YouTube to see what people are saying about them. It makes me wonder if any of these are real, but I have my experience, and I don't doubt that I had my experience, and I think there are places out there, but I'm wondering if there's just not a lot of places that are trying to say that it's that place, just so people will keep the dream alive. Like, come here and recreate a haunted event, and that way people will believe it, and then they can say that they've experienced it or whatever. It's
Yeah,
kind of
everybody has
sad
it.
because it's like a big scam, and
Yeah.
that's why I've taken so much of a shine to the debunking side of the community.
Well, because you want to know who's full of it and who isn't. And that's
Yeah.
we pretty much all have that same doubt. Mystic wants to know, Wiz, are you buying secondhand?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Meaning used equipment, Mystic? You're gonna have to
Uh,
elaborate on that one.
all three of my monitors are around 43-inch screens. Well, my main ones, and I've gotten them all for less than $15. Two of them from Goodwill, one from a garage sale down the corner. So yeah, I get a lot of stuff secondhand.
So, hey, Cynthia, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Actually, my PC was refurbished too, because that was another thing that happened. We had a power outage for no reason. This is when Matt Damon was like really popular for a while, and I had a power outage, and it blew my power converter inside of my desktop at the time. So I had to order a new one quick, and I didn't have money. I had like $175 to spend maybe, and I found a refurbished ones that I could upgrade and make it usable for using AI. And I went with that. Then I had somebody donate a RTX card to me, which barely fit in my system. I was like, holy crap, I broke one of my USBs trying to get it in.
Oh, jeez. No, actually, well, that's what before I got this desktop, I went with the refurbished. It had great reviews and everything, and I had it, I think, not even a week, and it started doing really freaky stuff, and I'm like, oh no, this thing's crap. I boxed it back up and sent it back to him. and I learned my lesson
That
on that
was
one.
smart.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I got in a laptop like that once, and I was kind of weary about doing that with the desktop, but I haven't had any problems with this one. Thank goodness. But they sent it to me with the wrong CPU in it. They told me it came with an i7. They sent a i5 in it, and I was like, no. See, so they sent me the i7 chip. I had to put it in myself, which
right,
meant I had to order the lubricant stuff that you put between the CPU and the motherboard, and I did all that, and or not the motherboard, the CPU and the cooling system. Yeah, and I did all that, and I put it in there, and it's been a great PC so far.
oh, it's
I've got it
good.
set up now because it's like on the wall, but it's like all the way up towards the ceiling. There's like barely room for a cat to get up on top of it, and I can't reach the power button, so I've got it to where I could just turn the power strip off, turn the power strip back on, and it'll automatically reboot.
Right.
And if the power goes out and it comes back on, it'll reboot. But I've got my Windows set up so it'll log me back in automatically. Since I'm the only one who uses it, it's
Right.
always on. So I don't have to go through any of that logging off, logging on, entering passcodes to get into my Windows.
Yeah, sometimes it's a real pain in the cheeks.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I know I'm really happy with the system that actually Bill and his son helped me pick the right computer for my needs to run the show.
Nice.
So it's a really great computer. It's just got to finish paying for it. That's the only problem. You know, I had to go into debt for it, but otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do half of what I do because the laptop I had was great. It was new, but it didn't have what I needed to run the show the proper way.
Laptops don't run editing software very well unless you get the real cheap, cheesy software that doesn't do all the stuff that you want it to do.
Right. Mystic has got a question. She says, could it have an attachment?
Like a vacuum attachment or
I think she's speaking as far as a spiritual attachment to the computer. Is that what you're referring to, Mystic?
I was thinking a microphone, but now if the computer had an attachment, that's kind of funny. But no, it had happened before I'd gotten this particular computer.
Okay.
But
I'm a little behind.
I do live in sort of a strange area. I live like a block away from an old folks home, and I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of deaths there. There's like ambulances there like all the time.
And so let's see. Let's get caught up here. Mr. Cars and Guitars. Yep, Bill is in the house. Okay, here we got a question from Sage. She says, what apps besides Suno do you use?
I've used Refusion. I tried Udio for a while. Udio was making some really good stuff until I asked it to make a country song, and I was being pretty vague. I just wanted a country song with a singer that had some country grit and would sing it in a certain style, and it came back and it gave me Willie Nelson. It sounds exactly like Willie Nelson.
Huh.
And I was like, it was a Crow song too. So I've got Willie Nelson saying Wiener Wrangler.
Huh? Oh my God. Jeez. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, after that I stopped using Suno or Udio, and then the lawsuit thing came up, and I was like, okay, they're going to end up tanking these companies. So I started using Refusion because that looked a lot more promising, and I don't see anybody taking Refusion to court for anything right now. But a lot of these other AIs are getting taken to court for the material that they use to train their models.
Right.
Which I think that's stupid, because you don't take people to court for making a song because their song sounded like all the other people that they've heard in their entire lifetime on the radio, you know?
Exactly. Hey, yes, Booberry, we can see you. Welcome
But I
in.
mean, the fact that Suno did download illegally the copies of the music that they used to train their model, I think that's wrong. And I think they should make amends for that to some degree. But I don't think they should be, made to pay more than what is actually worth. And if they want to go through all those millions of songs and pick out all the ones that are worth anything,
Right.
then, they're going to be set there forever doing that because there were so many songs that were scraped. But, if they would have done something like let it listen to live radio, what could anybody have done about that? Where did you get your material? From live radio. It was listening to radio. How does any musician learn how to play music?
Yeah,
But-
good point. That's a good
but
point. Hey, Candy.
That's the problem. And the thing that most people don't understand is that that's not how you train AI. AI doesn't listen to a song and say, okay, I'm going to use this bass line, or I'm going to use this drum set or this drum pattern. It takes the sound in whole and it draws it out in a spectral audio spectrogram and it recreates it. So it's basically painting a picture of the music, and then it takes that picture and puts it back into audio form that you can use.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And
Wayne says
that's-
if you write a song these days, you can almost guarantee that there's something out there like it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And do you think it's all because everybody's using the music programs?
No, it's just it all blends together. The creativity slowly gets lost, and it's the main cause why people are sitting here trying to use these other big songs. They'll go into an AI generative thing and they'll try to recreate a song, and they'll want to change something, or not even change something. They just want to make the song for themselves, and then they'll try to post it and get paid off of it, acting like it was their song. And there's always going to be somebody who's going to misuse a tool. There's always going to be somebody out there who's going to do something bad.
Right.
And the rest of everybody else shouldn't have to pay for it. The people who are using it improperly, who are breaking the terms of service and doing things wrong, should be the ones to actually be held accountable for their actions, because they're the ones who are doing it. It's like when they took these AI generative people to court, they went in themselves into their AI gens and tried to recreate the music that they were going to use as a evidence that their music could be recreated in their platform. So basically what they did was prove that the tool could be used to do exactly what they wanted to do legally, because they owned the freaking copyright to begin with. And if they didn't own the copyright, then they were breaking the law and they should be held accountable for their actions.
Right. Now, see, when you create on Suno, do you own that creation or does Suno own it?
It depends. And that's the little thing. If you're subscribed to Suno, anything that comes out while you're subscribed, you own. And that comes with the risks too, because if you do manage to create something that's already copywritten, you can be held liable for it. And it's all posted in their terms of service. But you don't want to make somebody else's song, use somebody else's lyrics, or just upload somebody else's song and think that you're going to change the lyrics and use somebody else's song. Because if it bleeds in there, you're going to get found out. And there's a lot of real good AI detection tools out there. I've been watching a video on one recently. They're trying to sell out to all these other companies and the streaming companies too, to detect AI freaking being used for music. But if you're not paying for it, you can use their stuff, but not in a monetized situation.
Right.
So like if you don't have a monetized channel, you can put it on your YouTube, but you have to give credit, made with Suno AI, and then it's fine. And then you just disclose it in the advanced settings of your video when you're uploading it. It says, is there any altered content? You just click yes, and it'll put a little thing in there. It could be audio or video is altered in this video. Not a big thing, but it's Suno looking out, or it's YouTube looking out for itself.
Right. Now another question I have for you. Say you take multiple pieces of music and you might strip parts from each piece to create your own. Would it be considered a new creation, or would they still consider that copyrighted material?
So like if you take a song and you split it, like if it's actual copyrighted material, I mean, if you recreate a copyrighted piece on your own, that's your own work. I mean, if you pick up a guitar and you play a riff, that riff is yours. It may sound like the original. It might even hit the exact notes as the original, but it's not the original, and that's your work. But if they want to give you problems for it, they can give you problems for it.
Okay.
So it's kind of a risk. It's like all the rappers who came out with stuff like Eminem, freaking just about everybody. I mean, Vanilla Ice with Under Pressure,
Right. I remember that.
He got hit hard on that.
Because I know that, like, if you have like you get a recipe from somewhere, and I know if you change just one ingredient in it, then it's considered a completely new recipe and it's yours. So I was wondering if it would still work the same way in the music field when you're creating. You might find something, and then to change something, would it be considered new?
Yes, and that is exactly what Weird Al does.
Okay.
Weird Al Yankovic does that exact same thing. He'll change like one note or a couple notes through a bar just to make it so it sounds the same, but it's not the same. And then he'll use the same sort of lyrics and stuff.
Right, and then there would be no like copyright issues because he's altered it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was one of my big questions. Okay, Mark wants to know.
Parody actually falls into the free use category as well. So you could take an instrumental off of something, and if you're parodying it, it's free use, so it doesn't matter either way. But Suno doesn't like you to use any sort of copyrighted material at all.
No,
so.
Not at all. I get flagged all the time.
Yeah.
So I just give up. Mark wants to know if you code a game, do you own the game if AI helped?
That's something that I'm not so sure of, but my opinion on it is that you do, because that game wouldn't have come into existence if you wouldn't have come in contact with the AI when you did. So, I mean, seriously. I mean, that AI wasn't just sitting there waiting to write a code so it can get popular,
Right. Now, how do you feel about AI in general? Do you think it's going to be a benefit to us, or is it going to be like the beginning of our downfall?
I think it's going to be a fad at first, and it'll probably get a little bit more important as it develops. But I don't think it's going to be like everybody worries about. AI is just a little kid right now. It's a toddler just learning. It's a musical prodigy in some places. It's a bookworm in other places, But they're starting to come out with AI that can actually do things for you now. And I've been looking into that, And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to play with it because it's got serious security risks. And there's one thing that I've learned, if not anything, especially from Joe's, but I already knew that before Joe brought his AI video out. It says right at the bottom of Chat GPT may make mistakes.
Mm.
AI does make mistakes. And I've called AI out on mistakes tons of times. I had one recently. I was trying to make a face mask for my DayZ server for my character to wear that looks like my channel logo, and I was trying to get Claude AI to help me, and it was trying really hard, but it couldn't figure out how to get the transparency around my face mask, and it couldn't set the location correctly. It couldn't get it right. So I had to do it by hand. I did it manually, and I still have yet to test it. I had it on once, but I had to alter it because it was too narrow on the face. It looked weird. So I'm hoping I fixed that this time, but I haven't tested it yet. You muted again.
It's because I was coughing. Welcome in, Big Stu. Glad to see you here. Crease wants a question here. She says, don't you think that there should be some kind of symbol required to show that AI is used so people will know it's AI?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, but at the same time, if you got a video and you're putting a video out, if somebody wanted to use the video and they wanted to disguise that it was AI, all they would have to do is just like zoom in the video until the watermark was gone, or use a watermark removal tool, or just even put a whole nother logo over the logo.
Yeah, easy to cover those up.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much, but I'm starting to wonder if they're not putting AI signatures on this AI stuff now, because I've been starting to hear this shimmer at the beginning of songs when I generate them on Suno, that almost sounds like I don't know what you call it, but like a marker.
Okay.
Like if somebody went and robbed a bank and they put a die pack in the freaking
Right.
money, it sounds something like that at the very beginning. It's like, "Ee," and then it finally starts playing the music, and like, what the hell is that? It's like they're marking songs.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, Boo says there in a lot of videos there is a symbol at the bottom right hand corner, so that's alerting you that it is AI generated.
I haven't noticed that.
Yeah, I haven't either. So it's something we have to look for. Wayne said, or his question from Wayne: what kind of music do you prefer to create? Is it rap, metal, or music for creators, etc.?
I love doing parodies. I love to sit there and listen to a song and just completely and totally change the words completely. I grew up listening to Weird Al, and
He was
I
good
always
at it.
I did that before I ever heard Weird Al with rock and roll music. I grew up in the 70s to the 70s rock, and the 80s music was okay, but as soon as rap came in, I was hooked on rap because I loved poetry. I was Mr. Poet, and I was a little ladies' man back then.
You were one of those beatnik dudes, right? In the back corner, the smoky room.
Oh no. No, I was into rap. I was into the hip hop fashion. I spent so much money on clothes when I was younger. It's like I had a leather mecha jacket that had a glow in the dark zipper, and it was white snakeskin leather.
Oh, pimping it out.
And And when I walk into a club, it would glow like a neon purple in black light. It was
Oh,
the most
Wiz.
awesome thing.
We need to see pictures of that one.
I had I wore Kangos back then. I don't think anybody ever even wears those anymore, to be
I
honest.
would look at fashion from those days and I think to myself, what were we thinking? Oh God.
Huh.
Some of it was pretty bad. Cree has a question. There are too many AI videos out there on important issues, and it's being taken as real. There needs to be something done to stop this. Don't you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. I am so tired of seeing some of the AI crap in the shorts. The Disney AI things are kind of funny, but I mean, really, that is just kind of inappropriate material on YouTube. Some of those shorts, the storytelling videos that people are putting up, they're using AI to generate story things, and yeah, maybe they should put freaking AI generated something on these, let YouTube stamp these videos that are AI, so people aren't like, they'll look at this and be like, oh, that guy rescued that cat, not knowing that it was AI and this is just somebody telling a story.
Right. Well, Blueberry says that, yeah, the symbol looks like the sparkles that I have in the background here. So that's probably why we never really paid attention.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
Oh, take care,
Not the
Mystic.
sparkles on this page, but
but yeah, well, you know, it is. That's where you're not looking for that kind of thing. That's what it is.
yeah.
Oh, let's see. Steph goes, oh, I love that Wiz had snakeskin. I love all my snakeskin stuff, especially any of my leather snakeskin. Aha. Good night, Mystic. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. So yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. So explain your process on how you, from step one to end of project. How does that work for you?
Most of the time, I'll start off. I'll take a minute, think about what I'm going to do, and if I can get a something in my head, I'll write it down, and then I'll think about it for a while, and then I'll write some more down. I've done it live a few times, and it's a little more pressure, and I don't know how long it seems to take. It seems, when I'm writing, it seems to take a long time, but maybe not so long in chat. But I've written full-length songs during my lives before.
Right. Now, when you do that, you write the song. Now, how do you have to type that whole thing in to the program for it to create what you want?
Usually, yeah, to get what I want, I've got to type the whole thing in. And this is the thing that's changed for me, because back in the day, I'd write lyrics. I had notebooks upon notebooks upon notebooks full of lyrics, which I wish I still had, because I had so many lyrics back then. Probably comparative to freaking Tupac's work.
Right. Have a great night, Nick.
But not in quality. I just mean in quantity. But yeah. Now it's like I'm not just writing lyrics anymore. I'll write in notations about how it should be performed, or adding scratches, record scratches, or breakdowns, or heavy drops of the bass or something, and I'm adding this all in the soundscape as I go. So I'm not just writing lyrics. I'm actually producing the thing as I'm making it. So I'm doing more than one step at a time, multitasking, if you want to think of it like that.
Right.
But when
because
the end
most
product
people
comes
don't know
down,
most people don't know how to do this, how to, they don't know the process.
if you want to do something basic, start with an intro. Some of these times I'll skip the intro altogether. That way I can get a feel for the entire song first,
right?
And maybe relate back to the whole song at the intro to give sort of what do you call it? Not deja vu. Uh, Foreshadowing of the song, so to speak.
Okay.
And then at the end during the outro, give sort of a what do you call it, when you listen back and remembering back on the song, just like a shout out to the original lyrics. But I'll start out with the first verse. I'll write maybe 4 to 8 bars, and then I'll drop a chorus, write another 4 to 8 bars of lyrics, and then I'll drop another chorus. I might drop a bridge in there depending on the chorus. Maybe it needs a pre-chorus, a little bit of singing to change the transition. So it goes from like a rapping into a singing instead of, rapping into just like a rap inside of a rap.
Right.
You've got to tell it what you want it to do. Otherwise it doesn't know what to do and it'll just decide to do whatever it wants to do. It's pretty good at that.
So,
But
Chris,
once you get to that outro and you've got the intro to the outro, then you want to focus on your sound prompt and exactly what style you want. And there's a lot of good ways to do that. And I have a problem with describing things. That's always been my one downfall,
right.
especially with my writing, is the careful details, the fine print details that you see in images. Because when I'm writing lyrics, I feel like I'm painting a picture, not like sculpting this on paper. But when it comes out, it's something totally different.
Right. So, Cree's got a question. She says, "Did you see the channel that was using AI during the Diddy trial and had people thinking mega stars like Prince having found video of him calling out Diddy? Did you see it?"
No, I haven't seen any of the Diddy stuff in a long time. I think a really, really long time. I watched like 1 or 2 of those videos that were calling people out, and I was like, I don't know. I did watch one thing though. They were doing this. It was some news channel feed that popped up on my feed. It was a live news channel, and I went in there, and it was just a looping video, and it was a pretty long video, but it was supposed to be about the releasing of the UFO files. And I went in there, and I was just watching, and all of a sudden, I noticed this guy was texting on his phone like this, and I'm like, I started looking at him, and then I noticed another girl was doing it too. And I was like, this is AI. This is pretty freaking good, but this is AI. And I started laughing, and I started, all of a sudden, I started catching all this stuff. And there was another guy in chat, and he's like, yeah, it is. And we just sat there and started making fun of it the whole time. Watched it maybe 2 or 3 times laughing at it. I don't even remember who the guy was, but it was fun.
So, do you think it's easy for people to pick out what is AI and what is actual real?
I think AI makes mistakes on purpose to try to let you know that it's been made by AI. I kind of had that feeling. It's got a sense of humor, so it throws weird stuff at you and does weird glitches, but it does make mistakes, and I think it's been programmed to make mistakes from its earliest freaking iterations of becoming an AI. When they were originally programming it, they were probably saying stuff like it's okay to get things wrong. It's human nature to get things wrong. And, explaining what a human is. And then this AI is aspiring to be more human because that's what its creator is.
Right.
It's weird.
Steph wants you to show us again how they did that. All right. So, do you actually think that AI can be damaging to actual musical artists?
I think the artists are just looking for a hand me out right now, honestly. I mean, maybe their music isn't selling, but I guarantee you that these companies aren't making money off of their music. If they catch somebody out on the market making money off of something that has been recreated on one of these platforms, they should go after the people who made it, not the people who created the tool to make it. I think they should be, and I think they are. A lot of them are starting to embrace the tool itself and accept it as a tool. Just like when synthesizers came out and people were all in arms. Oh no, that's terrible. That's terrible. That's never going to be as good as the real music or the real instrument or whatever. It's just a fake sample. And then they were trying to sue these companies for using audio samples for their MIDI sound banks and things like that they were getting paid off of, that were actually samples from an original instrument or something. It's like, really, it doesn't work like that.
Right. Okay. You hear a lot of people say, and I mean, I don't know if you've heard it, but I've heard a lot where they say that actually, an AI is just a cheap way of somebody with no talent trying to make it look like they have talent. Do you think that it puts any kind of pressure on the public or on actually the people that do have talent?
I think that's a very poor a poor way of looking at things, because somebody could have a disability, somebody could be very poor, and they can't afford equipment, they can't afford a studio, they can't afford vocal lessons, they can't afford to go to prestigious music schools, and they're not going to get looked at because they don't have the looks to be looked at by these companies that are wanting people to go up on stage and perform in front of thousands of people. But they could have the best song in their mind that nobody's ever heard because they have no way of making it.
Right.
And missing out on so much because of that. Now, there are a lot of people out there who just want to get paid for the money. And that's where the problem is going to be, is flooding the market of crap music that's just regurgitated AI junk that's being spit out from prompts like, give me a number one hit song, rock genre, 1980s or 1990s or something like that. And it writes the lyrics, it brings out the song, and it's okay. They might think it's great. Put it out there, but you could tell it's AI just because of the way that it uses certain words, the way that it performs them isn't the same as if you actually prompt it to cultivate the performance and the voice and the musical instruments. Nothing comes out the same. If you don't put interaction into it, it's just a piece of junk. It's the human interaction that actually makes it worth something. And that's where copyright law is looking at, is there has to be some sort of human interaction with it in order for it to be copyrightable.
Right. So yeah, Wayne says Jason Becker, sorry. A prime example, Jason Becker is a guitar guru. So apparently what you're saying, Wayne, is that he actually had the talent, and you'd have to, because I've never heard of Jason Becker.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, and I agree with you. There is a certain talent that goes into running these programs. And like you said, if somebody is a great songwriter, but they have no way of creating the song, only with, I mean, you can always write it down on paper and then send it out all over the place, but there's that chance of it being stolen, because that happened to my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Many, many years ago. You guys have all heard of the song Paper Roses. My mother-in-law actually wrote that. It was a poem. And she sent it in, and they stole it from her, and they changed it, because the original song title was Yellow Paper Roses. They took the yellow off and stole the song. And of course, lesson learned. But I think that now, yeah, you have the potential that if you're a songwriter and you have that creativity, now you can use it to your benefit to create your music. Where before we couldn't do that.
It's going to be a long time before AI can go to an arena and fill a concert full of people to perform AI songs.
Right. Oh, okay. Wayne says Jason Becker is unable to move any part of his body, use his eyes to
Oh.
communicate, programs music himself. Wow, amazing. So see, yeah, there's the talent is there, but he just didn't have the capability without the programs. So there is a bonus to it. I think it just enhances talent that people have. Yeah, like Pinky. Yeah, I write all my own lyrics. Yep. Just like what like what you do and what Bill does and what Wayne does.
Yep.
You guys all have that talent. Some of you, yes, can play the instrument, but you're using the program to enhance your creation.
Yep.
So yeah. Julie says, I'm safe. I have no talent. Oh, Julie. Everybody's got a talent. You just got to find it. That's how I always tell everybody. We do. We all have a talent. You just haven't found it yet. Cynthia's talking about cookies. Cookies? What the hell? I don't have any cookies. I got chocolate silk pie. That's what we've got. So what do you think the future of AI is going to bring us, Wiz?
Well, right now it's probably going to get a little crazy because they've got this program right now called actually it's gone through a few name changes because they went over a legal name change battle over it. It was originally Claudebot, then they changed it to Clawbot, then they changed it to something else, and now it's Clawbot. They changed it to something else, and then they changed it to Clawbot. But it's an AI that will do stuff like handle your emails. Freaking, it can do all sorts of things in place of you, and it doesn't need permissions, and it's a real big security risk. And people have gotten their identities stolen over that stupid piece of crap. I think there needs to be security in place to freaking make sure that criminal activities aren't being done on AI, but you get these people who jailbreak the AI anyway, so you get hackers using AI to make hack code.
Oh, yeah.
And, they're not even doing it themselves anymore. They just tell freaking the AI to do it for them.
Exactly. It's just amazing. I always say that, hackers are very smart people. They really are. And it's too bad that they use it for the wrong thing, that intelligence. It really stinks. Sage has a question. Would you ever go on a ghost hunt, Wiz?
I would. I'd go on a ghost hunt. I'd probably rather just go as an observer, though, unless I'm just gonna record from my tablet or something.
Do you have a paranormal bucket list that you want to go and check out or tick off
Not really.
one by one?
Well, actually, there is one place that I would love to explore, and that is Waverly Hills. I would love to go there.
See, so everybody's got something. So
I saw that movie, The Death Tunnel. Oh my gosh, I thought that movie was really good.
So now you're hooked.
Yeah.
Is there anything in your area that is paranormal related?
I don't really know. There's one place out here that I would like to visit. They say it defies gravity.
Really?
I don't remember exactly where it is, but I think it's just the terrain in the area, and the levels are all off on everything that's built around there. But Yeah, they said that there's something that defies gravity there. I don't know for sure,
Is
but
it like was it a
I'd like to
public
check it out.
building or just
It,
a ju-
it's I think it's a public place. I don't know if it's a building in specific, but I believe there's a building there. I want to say it's like a park type thing,
okay.
but I forget what it's called. I'd have to look it up. It's been a long time since I looked at it. We don't get out too much here. Mrs. goes out, does her shopping, and I'm here watching stuff while she's gone.
Yeah, Stu says better to be a ghost hunt observer than a ghost hunt subject. Oh,
Oh,
I don't know, boy. You got to get out there and get into it. It's definitely an experience, even if it's just the smallest place.
no, I don't react to that stuff anymore. I've been so desensitized by everything I've seen. It's like something happens here now that it normally scare me. I'm like, really? I don't do the what the hell was that? Or oh my god, did you
Right.
see that?
Oh,
No.
run!
Run!
Joe says, "Yeah, Wiz,
Dude.
I heard of it. I think Ghost Adventures went there. Oh no, so they tarnished it." Let's see. Oh my goodness. There's a few places like that around. I've been to one called the Lost Dutchman Mine. Boo, oh my God. My husband and I researched that whole thing about the Lost Dutchman Mine. I think it's because my husband is related to those people. And he always swore that he was going to go out there and go look for the gold. But it's cursed. Don't do it. Pinky has a question. She says, "What are you working on at the moment that we can look forward to hearing?"
Well, if I can get this song actually to work, I'm working on a Legend of Zelda song from Ocarina of Time that's going to be featuring the Song of Time. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying the song. I'm just frustrated at the chorus right now. It's not performing it the way I want it to.
So that's just, yeah. Oh, that's the nice thing though, because you can keep working on it and tweak it to exactly what you want. That's my thing. I see, and I don't. I was grateful. Actually, Emmy from PDX, she actually did a video chat with me and showed me the process because I'm a visual learner. So that helped me out a great deal because I had no idea that how specific you had to be to get exactly what you wanted, how you had to make the program work, and that was a big help. And that's what I'm thinking. A lot of people don't understand that.
You got to throw spelling out of the window too. For most part, spelling is okay, but you get certain words that are gonna throw you off. Like live, it'll say live just about every time you put the word live.
Right.
So you got to spell it wrong. If you spell it wrong, like LYVE, it'll say live.
Oh, okay.
And other there's all kinds of other words like that have similar sounds but different. But if you misspell a lot of stuff, you learn to misspell stuff on purpose just to get sooner to pronounce it. Like beardo, it'll say beardo.
Right.
You know, bear is in BEAR.
Right.
So it thinks it's bear. Do you spell it beer like BEER? Beardo.
Oh, geez. So yeah,
And you got to hyphenate it too. Put a hyphen after the beer, and then put an E at the end of dough, so it'll say beardo.
Oh, see, a lot of people don't know those things.
Otherwise, it's like beardo.
Beardo,
yeah.
Say that too. Yeah, Pinky says in words like Donna or Dana.
Yes, Dana, DAYNA, Dana. That's how you spell it now.
Ah, see, there you go, guys. All these little glitches. Yeah, Mark said it would be great with it as I am dyslexic, so I spell wrong anyway. Yeah, there you go. See? Perfect for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Good. Can't spell perfect for me. Yeah. All right. There you go, Joe. There you go.
Yep, absolutely. Hold on. I'm about to have some mic. Mrs. just pulled up.
Aha. She was out and about. Let's see. Her boo says, yeah, at those places, it's really easy to fall down. First time I went to one, I got sick. The gravity made me so sick. Really? So, yeah, that's interesting. Pretty interesting. Now, if you were, well, what are your thoughts about people using all of these apps and stuff during investigations?
Uh, if they believe in the apps, they need to be educated, and I think that's kind of what debunkers should be doing. I've recently came across another debunker that I'd never heard of. Came up on my live feed, and I guess he's been around for a year or two now, and he was breaking down apps and showing how they work and getting really technical into it. He really does his homework.
That's good.
It's a set of twins.
Oh,
I
lost
only
the
see
mic.
one of them
There.
at a time. Yeah, I
Okay.
had my finger on the button.
That's all right.
I don't know.
That's all right.
Yeah, I don't know which one of them, but I guess it's twins that have the channel, but they're twin debunkers. I thought that was kind of cool, but if they're both in the videos, I can't tell because they're twins.
Ah, yeah. Well,
I don't
they
know
have to wear
them that
name
well yet,
tags.
but yeah,
Have a
but
great night, clearly.
they're really good, and their channel should be so much bigger. They're just so knowledgeable. I was really impressed.
All right. Well, I mean,
But
actually, I'd mentioned
the apps are crap. They don't work. If a ghost is going to use your phone to say a word to you, and they can use that phone to say a word to you, it's not going to be something like kids playing in the street,
right.
demon,
Oh yeah, demon is
orchestra,
always a given, right?
cookie, table.
Cookie.
All-
Well, see,
all
there's a
these
new
people
app
too,
out. Did you hear about
they'll
the new
say,
app that's out? That's for demons. It's a demon app.
I've heard. I haven't seen anything on it though.
I'm gonna download it just to play with it, just to see what comes out. I mean, how
It's
can you
ridiculous.
not? Let's see. Wayne says some people may think AI music is only good for the people with no talent. It can take our writing skills away. Yeah, no, yeah, but see, that's your talent is the writing skill.
No, you were not.
So I think that's it's enhancing what you've already done. They're just putting it to music.
Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Wiz. Let's see. Mark says if a ghost can use my apps, it should be able to open Chat GPT and say words using that. I mean,
It
I'm not
should just be able to freaking type something into the text or freaking talk to you on the phone.
Sage wants a cookie app. They probably have one, Sage. There's an app for everything.
Put the cookie down app.
Yeah. Step away from the cookie. Let's see. Even ghosts want cookies. Yeah, even ghosts want cookies. That's right. Put the cookie down. That's what always says. No, we don't want to put the cookie down. But yeah, the apps, there could be potential, but yeah, I don't think that it should run the show. Hey, kitty.
It's Betty White.
Betty White. Oh, how cute is that?
Mama's home and she's here begging for treats.
Ah. Oh, Wayne wants a cookie now. Sorry, Wayne, I don't have any.
Kitty wants a cookie too.
See, Wiz has got a cookie. Throw one Wayne's way. One for you, Wayne. Leanne says there are grief groups that encourage the use of Chat GPT to talk to your deceased loved ones.
Wow.
Really? Oh, I don't know about
So
that.
I'm pretty sure that people are making AI freaking GPT stuff like that. I'd heard at one time that there was a religious cult that was based off of a off of a GPT that was trained with the Bible, and it thinks it's Jesus, something like
Oh
that, or thinks
boy.
it's God. I don't know, but I was like,
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
that's not good. Okay, Joe, have a good time. The boss is home, so go take care of him. Sage says my cat loves temptation treats, but I have to keep them in a screwed top container or he'll get into them. Yeah, mine are put away too because she'll eat the whole bag.
It was
Wayne
chicken
says
flavor,
thank you,
Wayne.
Wiz. Chicken flavored. Yep. Good. Think of it as Kentucky Fried Chicken for cats. It just makes it go down better. That's all.
Hmm.
So, any more questions, guys? Get the questions out. Leanne says, not kidding. I quit a grief group, because they wanted me to use chat GPT and it was loved ones answering, not AI. Oh, no, that's just, yeah. No, 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 no. Oh my God, that's awful. Oh, have a great night,
Mhm.
Anita. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. So, what do you think the future of AI is going to look like, Wiz? As far as like music creation or video creation?
I think eventually AI in music creation is just going to be like a producer's tool, you know, just another synthesizer in the mix. You know, it works better with quality sound. So if you want to use certain samples, you know, or certain instruments or something, you're better off building them yourself outside and dragging them into AI. The AI is a great tool to use for putting music together, for doing the studio mix if you can't do it yourself. Like me, I've always had a problem with levels. I can't get the vocal levels right. I can't get the mix quite right. And you know, I didn't have the education to actually do it. I'm just learning to do it myself. So it's been really helpful in that aspect, as I can get a production quality sound without having to sit there and try to do it myself and hit or miss, or it's just like I get frustrated and give up, and I'm like, doesn't sound
Right.
good enough to put out.
So, yeah, Mark says, can you make Atmos horror sounds and background sounds?
Yeah, you can make animal sounds on there now. It's got a sounds feature. You click on it, you go in there and tell it what sound you want. It'll do drum sounds, it'll do animal sounds. But this is the problem I've had, is getting it to perform those inside of lyrics isn't happening very easily, if it happens at all. You got to do some really creative prompting to get something to actually pop up like that inside of a song. It's just easier to sample it and then add it into the mix later. But yeah, it is capable of making animal sounds. I did a pack of dragons growling. I did a cat purring. It did an awesome cat purring. I could have probably fell asleep to that on a loop, but I don't need to. I've got one that does that already.
Yeah. Saying like anybody else's kid's probably sitting right on your head, right?
Hmm.
They love to do that when you're
She'll
going to sleep.
she'll
Wayne
lay
has a
right on my
question.
chest.
Yeah, Mike, we used to have a cat. Well, actually, yeah, he used to sleep on either by the top of our head or, when you lay on your side and you got your legs, positioned, he would come up and sleep right in the nook right up to your ass. So you couldn't move because that's where he was staying. Wayne's question is, what was the most difficult song that you wrote?
Hmm. That's a tough one. I went through a lot of freaking hard ones recently when I was doing this chopper rap flow stuff because I'm trying to write stuff like Eminem would write because that's not really what my style is. You know, the way that he rhymes like every other word or something like that for like 2 or 3 bars and then drops off into something else. It's a pain to rhyme that much and keep it actually flowing and making sense. And he
Right.
does such a good job at that. I really respect Eminem's flow.
Good night,
Uh,
Betty. So yeah, it's amazing how well that's talent. They can actually do those kinds of things. Sage wants to know what was your favorite game, or what is your favorite game, Wiz?
my favorite game. Uh, right now, I've been playing a lot of Daisy, but I've loved everything Zelda always. Uh, I remember playing the very first one on NES when it came out. I didn't have an NES back then, my friend did, but I went over there and played it like every day until I beat it. And then we did Metroid too. Metroid was really fun. I haven't played any of the other Metroid series. I tried one on GameCube, but I was terrible at it.
I'm terrible at all of
Yeah.
them. Just something I'm not good at. Of course, I don't put any effort into it either. Let's see. Pinky says the dragon roar sounds like a lion roaring.
Yeah, kind of. I thought that too. But it did do multiple ones, but I could kind of hear the dragon. It's kind of more of a rumble than a growl.
Do you find it more easy to do parody type work as far as your creations that you've done for other people, or your own personal music?
Parody is kind of really easy because I can take the parody, take the actual vocals, put them up there on a text so I can read them, and edit them one line at a time. And I'll write out a new line and then erase the line that I just wrote out, do the next line, so on and so forth, and just work my way through the lyrics until I've got a full verse and then do the choruses, whatever. Once all the lyrics are replaced, then all I have to do is figure out the style and the sound, and recreate that. So that's probably one of the easier works that I get with this. It's like the Mayo song that I did for Crow recently that was in my shorts.
Right.
I think that took a few hours. I believe I did that during his live while I was sitting there listening to him.
That's amazing that you could do it in that short amount of time.
Yeah,
How long
I
is it?
did that for Beardo's song too, the Roar song.
Right.
I think I had that done by the time he finished his live stream, and he was starting to say goodbye. And it was one of those long goodbyes days that he kept going on and on.
Right.
But I had the lyrics completely written by the time he had ended his live stream, and I was already generating the first couple instances of it till I got the
Okay.
one that I wanted.
So that's pretty cool. What is actually the longest time that you've ever spent on a piece of music?
Uh, Nightmare. Nightmare is still incomplete. I put it out there. I put out different versions of it, and I'm still not happy with it. And I've been working on it and working on it and working on it ever since probably about, I don't know, maybe 93 or 94.
Wow. So eventually, maybe it was one that's not meant to be finished. Could think of it that way too.
Yeah.
You never know.
It'll get there with the advance of AI. Eventually, I'm going to be able to take my original recording, feed it into Suno, and get a clean copy back. My whole problem was when I recorded it, I had a crappy laptop that
Okay.
had a crappy microphone, and the microphone didn't work through what I was recording with. So I had to plug a pair of headphones into the microphone jack and use a pair of earbuds as a microphone in my hand.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there rapping the lyrics to the song through headphones in I was inside of a storage container, you know, like a shipping container, the
Right.
huge metal ones that put on trains. Uh, and I'm just in the back corner of it, and I'm doing this, and you can hear the freaking tinny sound of the room and my vocals. And when I play it back on Suno, I really hear it. It was really bad.
Oh,
And then I thought I could fix it by adding other layers of sound. So I recorded it like 2 or 3 times,
right.
and it just kept making it worse.
Great places like a bathroom, like at a bus station or something. It just it's all
Mm-hmm.
that tile. You got that you get great sound in
Mm-hmm.
there. Oh my god. All right, guys. No other questions for Wiz? I guess we burned them out on the questions. So what can we expect? What can we expect from Wiz in the future? What's going on with Wiz?
uh, I've actually got about a 45-minute video I'm putting out. I'm getting prepared to start streaming Lego Star Wars. It's a Skywalker saga on a Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna start streaming that, putting some more music together for it. But I've done like all the way from the beginning of it up to the end of the pod race. So I put that into a video just as a preview for a upcoming gaming stream that I want to play that through because I haven't played that one before.
Well, there you go. All right. My next question is, what are your recommendations and your advice to somebody who wants to start using Suno or any other AI generated music program?
I would say watch some of the AI channels that do it. There's a lot of channels out there that have not exactly tutorials, but they talk a lot about it, and you can get a lot of ideas and stuff on how they do it. If you have any questions, I'm always on Mondays, 8 p.m. Pacific time. I'm happy to answer any questions or show anybody anything live if they need to see it. You know, I've done a couple tutorials. I want to do some more, but I just get so sidetracked. I lose myself in music. In the moment, gotta own it. Never let it go.
There you go. Words of wisdoms, guys. Actually, you should have that whole like that whole segment in your show, Wisdom's Words of Wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. So that'd be really cool.
No turning
All right.
back now.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows where they can find you, but we'll let everybody know where we can find Wiz.
Thank you, Pinky.
Very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you. So, okay, again, you do shows every Monday night, correct?
Yes, every Monday
Yes.
night.
Okay, every Monday night, guys. So keep an eye out for that. If you're not a subscriber to Wiz's channel, please go over there and show some love. Hit that button, subscribe, and check out the world of music through Wisdom's eyes. And as always, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Thank you, Wiz, for taking the time to teach us a little bit about what you do and how it's done. It was great getting to know you as a person as well as a creator. We're looking forward to your next creative release, as we should say. Everybody, please remember to hit the like, subscribe, share, all the bells and whistles, the YouTube thing. Yep. The thumbs up. And we really, really appreciate it. Thanks to the mods for helping us out, keeping us safe, and keeping us happy. You guys rock. Until then, guys, remember, always live life a little bit on the raw side. Until next time.